Hello! I've had to come back to bonny Scotland. Had to fly economy as well. The arse fell out the didgeridoo market, left me skint. Of course that'll please some of you folk, but didn't please me, I'll tell you. But then I thought, I'll get economy, I'll be in with the folks and we'll get the crack. As it turned out, it was a wee girl that sat next to me. She was about 12, I think. Bonny wee thing. And polite as well, you know. So as soon as she sat down, she says, "How you doing, Gilly?" I said, "Oh, I'm grand, how's yourself?" She says, "I'm brilliant too." She says, "Do you mind if I just finish my book and then we'll get a chat together?" I said, "That would be just dandy, thanks." And just at that, another guy came and he sat down this side of me and he was like, "Nah, have you heard about the 10 dogmas of science?" I said, "I thought there was 12. He says, "No, there's definitely 10. I said, "Are you sure about that?" He went, "Aye." Anyway, another guy came and he sat on the other side of the wee girl. And right away he says to her, "Hey wee girl, you'd be better maybe talking to me and the journey would pass quicker for both of us instead of reading that book." Well, I could see right away she wasn't pleased about that and she slammed the book shut. And she looked up at him and she says to him, "Well, what would you want to talk about?" And he said, "Well, I'd want to talk about the fact that there's no God, there's no heaven, and there's no such thing as the afterlife, really." She says, "Well, we could talk about that if you wanted, but could I ask you a question first?" And he said, "Yeah, on you go." So she says to him, "You see the way that cows, horses, and deer all eat grass? And when it passes through their body, they leave in the ground for a cow a big splat, and for a horse a nice fibrous lump, and for deer tiny little pellets. Now, could you tell me why that happens to 3 grass eaters?" So I could see him thinking about it. Honestly, when he has seen this, took a couple of minutes and he went, "No." So she says to him, "You want to talk about the great creator, the universe, the fact that we're all one, and that there's no such thing as death, and you don't know shit?"